Back to the scene now in Westwood, where we are told now that the robot, the police robot there, apparently has lobbed some more tear gas, or is about to, into the car that is reportedly being occupied by 56-year-old Joe Moshe. We see him down there now. You can see movement inside the vehicle, that red Volkswagen Beetle that has been sitting there now for 7 hours outside the federal building in Westwood. This is a man who allegedly threatened the White House early this morning and caught police attention at that time, and then ended up in a pursuit which ended here. He's been identified again as 56-year-old Joe Moshe of Westchester. The Daily Breeze on their website is quoting his mother as saying that he is depressed, that he has some mental issues. And neighbors have kind of corroborated that, according to these reports in the Daily Breeze and from our own Giovanna Lara, who is at the scene where authorities searched his house in Westchester. He apparently is still there. He's still inside the car. Michelle, still moving around in there.
Right, which is hard to believe because just about 10, 15 minutes ago, when the first round of tear gas was fired into the car, a lot of smoke was billowing out. He rolled down his window, and it's hard to imagine that anyone could continue to sit in that car with all that smoke. But he did, and we can see he is moving around there. And just behind the passenger door, you can see that white object. That is the police robot, which earlier was being used to try to deliver some kind of a communications device to the man. Apparently he refused to take it, and then a little while ago was used apparently to fire the first round of tear gas into the car, and now may be used to try this a second time, since the first time obviously didn't work. Who knows, maybe he has a mask or something on as well. I don't know how he could continue to sit in that car with tear gas in there like that.
It certainly didn't appear that way from the silhouette that we saw from that ground shot. When we were tight on that ground shot, it didn't look like a mask was there, but something is enabling him to withstand that, certainly. Bill Thomas overhead in Air 7 HD. What can you tell us, sir?
Yeah, most guys, Mark, wouldn't drive around town with a gas mask. I think this is the last case scenario that anyone would expect to find themselves in at the end of the day. But we did see a gaping hole in the rear passenger window of that Volkswagen Bug, right where that robot is, about a 12-inch wide hole, and that's where the tear gas went in. And we did hear reports the windows came down to allow some of that smoke out, but as you can see, the windows are right back up. It takes a man with an incredible constitution to stand the effects of tear gas inside that small, confined space, but he's pulling it off now. He's been in that car for close to 15 minutes since the first tear gas went in. Now, that robot has approached the car again. It's right by the hole in the rear passenger side window, so he may be putting in additional tear gas. We'll wait to see what happens over the next several minutes. And you can see he's surrounded in the parking lot of the federal building here on Veteran Avenue near Wilshire. He's got an armored car in front of him. He's got an LAPD cruiser behind him. SWAT officers have the entire area surrounded. There's nowhere to go, and they are hoping for the best case scenario. They are taking into consideration, Mark, as you mentioned a moment ago, here's a guy that may have some emotional issues, some problems, so they're trying to give him a wide berth here to do the right thing, to simply give up and surrender, and they're doing everything they can to get him out of that car. We'll keep the helicopter overhead. We'll keep you updated on the progress that local and federal officers make as the afternoon progresses. And live from Air 7 HD, I'm Bill Thomas, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Bill Thomas, thanks very much.